Hey everybody, welcome back to Trail Expedition. My name is Scott, and in this video we're going to be doing the Trifecta: Poison Spider, Golden Spike, and Gold Bar Rim. Stay tuned. Alright, just getting into Poison Spider. So with doing the Trifecta, it is an all-day event. We're out here at 7:30 in the morning at the trailhead, and it's probably going to be a good 10 to 12 hour day out on the trail. Just because you really can't do half of it, because if you get to halfway through, you might as well just finish the whole thing off. And we're out here solo. I do have Chase with me, but he's riding passenger. He'll probably do a little bit of driving, and I'll do some filming, and we'll just take turns. We did top off the gas tank, so we got like 22 gallons of fuel, so we should have plenty to get through this entire trail. The Trifecta route consists of 3 main trails and can be driven in either direction. We elected to start with Poison Spider. The middle trail is Golden Spike. Lastly, you will finish up with Gold Bar Rim. All 3 routes combined are 15 to 20 miles in total. So we're out here alone, we're not taking the party line. I'm gonna try it without lockers first. Those rock sliders are gonna earn their keep today. Right up it. Yep. All 3 trails do carry a difficult rating, with Golden Spike considered the most difficult of the 3. Don't let that deceive you though, as the Waterfall on Gold Bar Rim and the switchbacks and V-notch on Poison Spider will definitely give some rigs a fight. You want to have a modified vehicle with bigger tires, lockers, and high ground clearance for a lot of the obstacles on this route. My JKU that you see in this video is equipped with a 4-inch lift, 38-inch tires, lockers, body armor, and recovery gear. Also, don't forget the food and water, as you'll go through a lot of it on this trail. Nice little ledge there. I know, look at that view. So pretty early on into the trail system here, we came to this ledge climb, and it is an optional one because there is a bypass to the right, but we wanted to give it a shot. Might be able to slow crawl it. Yeah, how about that? Slow crawl, no lockers required there. Alright, a little over a mile into this trail. So far it's been pretty easy. There were a couple like harder obstacles, but the one had a bypass to it. So overall not bad. I'd say you could probably get a stock Jeep through here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It actually has a winch point up on the top here, which is surprising to me because we didn't think that obstacle was really hard at all. But that's what's cool about Moab. The really hard stuff typically will have some place to hook up to. But for that, we didn't need it. All right, heading up a pretty steep climb here. Honestly, doesn't look too bad. I feel like my front locker's not engaging over here. Yeah, it's not. That's odd. Maybe it hasn't clicked in yet. But yeah, this front tire's not spinning.
There you go.
I didn't realize it at the time, but my Jeep was still in 2-wheel drive during that steep climb. It definitely would have helped to have been in 4-wheel drive. The climb was pretty steep, and I was watching my front tire as we were going up it on my driver's side here, and it didn't look like it was engaging the locker. Maybe I hit it too late and it just didn't have time to engage before we actually made the climb up, so just have to keep an eye on that. As we navigated our way through the trail, I often had to remind myself to slow down and take it all in. Not only are the trails difficult and require a lot of your attention, but the scenery is downright stunning as well. The landscape seems so foreign and otherworldly from what I'm used to back home. The dramatic red rock formations, deep canyons, and epic overlooks, all backdropped with the La Salle Mountains, are commonplace in Moab. Alright guys, we're at 2 miles into the trail and we're to the Waterfall challenge. Pop these on and see if they work.
We're in 2-wheel drive.
Oh. That's why my locker wasn't working. I was in 2-wheel drive. That's why it wasn't spinning in the front.
So you did that one
in 2-wheel drive.
2-wheel drive locked.
Yeah.
Locked.
Okay.
So you can. That's just proof that you can do a lot with just a rear locker.
Just a little bit of skinny pedal.
Yeah.
It's a little off camber right here, but this front tire here should be popping up in just a minute. There we go. Great, that's good. We got enough to get through here. I don't think my locker's working. Well, it helps to engage 4-wheel drive. Yeah. Seems to be working just fine now.
Driver mod. Passenger mod.
Alright, well that was the Waterfall challenge. Not too bad. The one nice thing about having Chase with me is he's a really good off-roader. I really trust him with my rig. And that means I can get out and film while he's running obstacles. All right, we've come to the wedgie obstacle. Really, it's just, you gotta straddle it looks like. I mean, even if you fall in the hole, I think you'll be fine. Yeah. Making it look easy. All right guys, up to another obstacle here on Poison Spider. It's all about knowing your limits, and there's this obstacle, which, yeah, we're not gonna try. We're gonna do this one over here. The obstacle we elected to bypass was very doable with my Jeep. However, it had higher consequences and we were out here alone. Know your limits and choose the right lines. There it is. Maybe. There it is. Sometimes you just got to give it that Moab bump. So Chase and I vary in how we like to wheel. He likes to be in 2-wheel drive with the rear locker engaged a lot of times because he can kind of push himself through a lot of obstacles. I don't like to use my lockers as much. I just like to be in 4-low and kind of creep through stuff, and then if I need my lockers, then I'll add them on. So everyone's got their different style of wheeling, but yeah, it all works. We are soon approaching the end of the Poison Spider flat route. At the end, you can elect to do the loop route as well, which will add another 5 miles and a few hours of trail riding. All right, looks like we're getting up to another named obstacle. It must be named because, oh, maybe it's just a map. It looks like we stay left here. Well, no, oh, okay. I bet you this is where it loops.
Golden Spike.
Yep. Okay, so We are at the spot now that if we hang a right, let's see, this is what I was saying, if you hang a right, it takes you into Poison Spider Loop, which is all this, and then you can loop back around and come back out the way you came. Or if you're doing the Trifecta, which is what we're doing, you're going to hang a left here. So technically we're not doing all of Poison Spider, but just given time restraints, we got to be back at somewhat of a decent hour. We're just going to continue on to Golden Spike. All right, guys, we are just getting into Golden Spike. So this is the second trail in the Trifecta set of trails, Poison Spider being the first one. We just got done with the entrance to Poison Spider. We elected not to do the loop trail just for the just to save some time. But we really wanted to get Golden Spike knocked out. It's one of the more extreme Jeep Badge of Honor trails. I think they rated a 6 to an 8. It's already a bit rocky here in the beginning. So the beginning of Golden Spike, it kind of reminds me of Fins and Things, or Hell's Revenge. Just a lot of slick rock, a lot of those big fins that you're kind of going up and down. Kind of looks like a big roller coaster ride. This trail is rated difficult. It is recommended to have a modified vehicle with high ground clearance, big tires, body armor, lockers, and recovery gear, as this trail can take a heavy toll on vehicles if they're not properly equipped. Your vehicle articulation and driving skills will be severely tested on this one. Alright guys, we are getting to the obstacle that is called Launching Pad. It's a steep downhill and then a very steep up. Little drop here. The drop in wasn't too bad. Alright, launch pad up. Ooh, that sucker is steep. Wow. I don't know what, I don't have the pitch and roll thing in this Jeep, but that had to have been, what, 40 degrees, I feel like. I mean, that thing is steep. It's called Launching Pad for a reason. Wow. So we just got done with the launching pad, and we were just talking about how people potentially could get in trouble with that obstacle because you just have to commit to it. Like if you get halfway up it and you let off the gas and you start falling backwards, you're going to lose all your traction. Once you start it, you just got to go. It flattens out at the top though, so it's not it's like a landing pad at the top. So really cool obstacle, but it can be pretty freaky. Woo. Everything's falling forward.
Standing on the firewall.
Yep. 1.4 miles in, you will get to the optional Skyline Drive. Alright guys, we are just turning right on the Skyline Drive. I believe this is just part of the trail that goes up on these huge fins. On its way, it's probably one of the highest parts of this trail. A long ways up. I'm just following the white lines. It's pretty steep right here. Not as steep as Launching Pad, but still pretty steep. Just in 4 low, second gear. Jeep's crawling right up. There's a flag up here. Back down now? Spot. Everything in the vehicle is kind of thrown forward. Foot is still off the brake. It is nuts. And we're just slow crawling this thing at maybe half a mile an hour. Alright, so just got done with the, oh, you really can't come off the back side of that because it doesn't come down at all. So this is the back side of Skyline Drive. Literally a drop off on the other side of it. So that's why you got to go up and down. Same side. If you are enjoying this content and would like to show your support for us here at Trail Expedition, please consider becoming a TrailX member by scanning this QR code with your smartphone. Memberships start at only just a few dollars a month, and each level has different perks, such as access to early content, behind-the-scenes content, trail ride opportunities, and various other perks. The TrailX membership community really helps us out by getting out and exploring new and amazing trails, such as the one that you're watching now.
Alright guys, we're about 2.5 miles in, and we've come to this, it looks like a waterfall section almost. There's a little dip down right here. It looks like during the wet seasons this probably would be full of water, which means your climb up this would probably be a little bit harder. But it's middle of August right now, so it's completely dry. Looks like a right hand turn and then up a little waterfall.
That one hurt my butthole.
This is fairly undercut.
Oh, is it? Well, that one was a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be, but we got up it. Took us 3 or 4 turns. So we tried all the way to the left, couldn't pop up that, so we just came over here and climbed up this. If you guys didn't want to do this part, there is a bypass for this one right up through here. So we just passed a sign on the right here that says Zuki Hill. So I'm assuming it's going to be an obstacle. So those 2 plaques over there were people that passed away, potentially maybe on this trail, who knows. It looks, one was older, one was younger. It looked like maybe, and they had the same last name, so maybe a grandfather and grandson. Oh, maybe that's why they call it Zuki Hill, because you can't get traction on it. Little bump?
Are you locked?
No. Maybe I should be.
Yeah.
There you go, try it with lockers. I mean, the fun, you look at it, it's like it doesn't look like a hard climb at all, but pop lockers on there for a second.
Just enough of a incline that it makes traction.
Yep.
After Zuki Hill, the next several miles of this trail consists of some very difficult terrain, including steep drops and climbs that will certainly test your rig and your driving skills. My kind of trail.
Found another tricky spot on Golden Spike here. It's another drop.
got me scared a little bit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Came down pretty hard.
Your wheel
Yeah.
up in the air,
Oh,
your back
gotcha.
wheel, I was like, oh!
5.5 miles in, the trail skirts along the edge of a cliff, which does offer some amazing views. After turning downhill away from the cliff, the trail heads southwest across a large expanse of barren slick rock as you approach the infamous Golden Crack.
Alright guys, I'm at the infamous Golden Crack. Let's get our tires down in it and see what it does. Actually not that hard. Not hard at all. Alright guys, so we thought we were done with Golden Spike. There's actually a little bit of it left. We thought we were getting into Gold Bar Rim because on Onyx it kind of threw us off a little bit. But this is actually still Golden Spike. We got maybe a mile or so left and then we'll get into Gold Bar Rim. Alright guys, we are getting up to the Golden Staircase here on Golden Spike. Little bump. There we go. Got it. Alright, we're at the double whammy obstacle. And it looks like there's multiple different lines that you can take. The one all the way to the right was severely undercut, so we're on the left line right now. It's almost like a stair-step system. Not bad, pop right up it.
After taking the easier option up double whammy, we are soon approaching the Body Snatcher obstacle. This obstacle did not look challenging, however it's called Body Snatcher for a reason.
Alright guys, next obstacle on the list is Body Snatcher. And it doesn't look hard, it's just you want to slowly crawl this one because if you get too far to the right, you can put your vehicle right into that ledge.
Snatch your body.
Snatch your body.
It says it's optional because it's... Yep. You're close. You're like 2 inches away from it.
I wonder if I could try slow crawling it or...
Yeah. Are your lockers on?
Yeah.
Your fender flare is half an inch. Your fender flare is touching it.
I see that.
Can you back up and you want me to get out and spot?
Jesus, crawling out the window.
If you back
Back up?
Yep. Turn your wheel driver though. I mean passenger. Yep. Keep going.
Hard passenger?
Yep. Yep. There you go.
Woo! Oh jeez. Chase, you're such a bad influence. One more time, he says. Okay. I was so afraid that it was going to kick over.
Yeah. No, you did perfect.
Alright guys, we are officially done with Golden Spike. At the very end of it, you get on Gold Bar Rim. And a little bit of a drop here right in the beginning. Actually, a couple good sized drops. Not too bad. So we just wanted to continue on recording this trail as well, just because it is officially part of the Trifecta trail. Alright guys, we are at the Gold Bar Waterfall. And what's interesting about this waterfall is there's chains on it. So we're assuming it's just for extra grip maybe. And then Chase says there's a winch point up top. So, and this is a blue rated trail. Pretty crazy. All right, heading up Gold Bar Waterfall. It's pretty steep uphill. Yeah, I heard it. And for being a blue trail, this is pretty rutted up. There's a sign here that says, "Warning, Gold Bar Waterfall ahead. Please evaluate obstacle carefully before driving down as there is no bypass. Winches and lockers suggested beyond this point. Alternate routes off Mesa are more difficult." So Gold Bar Rim is a blue trail as opposed to the black trail or red trail. I guess if you're going by Onyx, Golden Spike is a black trail, and then this one's a blue trail. So this one shouldn't be nearly as hard with nearly as many obstacles as the last one. Speaking of which, this looks like an obstacle.
Yeah.
Alright guys, and that is a wrap on the Trifecta trail. That is Gold Bar Rim, Poison Spider, and Golden Spike. You can run it in either direction. We elected to run it from Poison Spider to Gold Bar Rim, so kind of starting with some harder stuff. And honestly, the hardest stuff is right in the middle with Golden Spike. Anyway, this trip was a lot of fun. Do expect to take all day if you plan on doing it. We got started at 7:30 in the morning, and it's 3:30 in the afternoon right now, so it took us a solid 8 hours. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We'll catch you guys in the next one.